Today's sermon is going to be on the state of physical reality. It's actually part 4 of the series that I've been doing. We're going to be talking about Unitopia. So the idea of Unitopia is that if every person listens to their true heart and aligns their true self and lives in a state of authenticity, that actually creates a harmonious frequency. When every person is aligned with who they really want to be, we will create a Unitopian paradise on this planet. That's a very real thing, and it's here for us whenever we choose to embody it. You can have a Unitopian reality in your life as soon as you allow yourself to be who you really are. We've been talking a lot lately in our Camp Church about physical reality and what it means to be spiritual and physical. The idea of the unseen has been greatly ignored by our modern society. We say, well, if I can't see it, I can't believe it. We focus only on scientific proof, which is repeatable and shared by all, and we neglect to give credence to everyone's individual, unique realities. The way that we understand reality in Unicult is that every person resonates on their own frequency. They have their own reality. So if you believe something, that is true. If I believe something opposite, that is also true. There's an overlap of all our realities existing in physical reality, which helps ground us, and in our spiritual reality, which also helps ground us, but in an unseen way. There are physical laws and there are spiritual laws that we all abide by, but we are the creators of our own reality. We also talk about shared reality or collective reality or community reality. This is when multiple people believe in something like the idea of money having value. Even though it's just a piece of paper, and we all know that it's just a piece of paper, we attribute value to it, and we say, this piece of paper is worth this much time, or this piece of paper is worth this object, and we all give our belief over to this piece of paper. So, when you're on a spiritual journey, you oftentimes can forget about the physical world, and you can go off into your mind, and you can start exploring different realms, you can become ungrounded. But there is a spiritual side of the physical realm as well. Last week we talked about absolute order, and we talked about having an ordered reality around you. When you master your physical space and you take responsibility for all the physical objects in your home, you take responsibility for the physical objects that you own, you tell the universe in a way, you take responsibility, you step into the power of having responsibility for your physical reality and for reality as a whole in a physical sense. The closer something is to you, the more control you have over it. That's why we say in the spiritual community, begin within. The easiest place for you to make global change is actually in your own consciousness, because that's where you have the most power, that's where you have the greatest domain. As you change your own thoughts to be aligned with a harmonious frequency, aligned with your own heart, you're able to create a resonance of your body that then goes out and shares that with other people, just as I'm doing now. So each of us has this power to create a vibration within themselves that is harmonious. This extends beyond the internal side, and once you master your internal realm, and this doesn't have to be in order, but it's best to start as close as possible to your own consciousness, you can then go out into the physical world and start to take care of the things that are closest to your reality in your physical space. The objects that you own, the objects that you hold dear, the objects that you call yours are your domain. No one else has a right to necessarily take them. That's stealing. No one has a right to move them. That would be annoying. And all those things that you call yours are in your domain. So to keep them in an ordered state, to keep your space clean, to be respectful to your objects, to take care of them, is actually a spiritual thing to do, because you're showing mastery over your physical space, and you're showing mastery over the spiritual side of your reality in the physical way. We're talking today about Unitopia, and we're talking about the potentials for physical reality in Unitopia. Unitopia is a time when we will all have our free time available to us to do the things of our true heart. We believe that every person, if given full freedom, would do something that is highly beneficial to this planet. Even if someone lays in a field and stares at the clouds all day, that is beneficial for the planet. They're sending out energetic joy. If somebody stays and makes video games, that's a beneficial thing. If anything that your true heart wishes to do, if you allow it to be done, and if we allowed everyone to just do what they wanted to do each day, this planet would be in a state of absolute harmony, otherwise known as Unitopia. In the physical sense, we can also extend this to include our objects, our homes, our cars, our vehicles, our spaces. We are currently out of alignment with our physical reality and with our physical creations. We know that we're living in an unsustainable way. We have climate change, we have pollution, we have air quality that's hard to breathe. We have cities that cause rain to flood the rivers because there's nowhere for the water to soak in. Our agriculture breeds the same crop, the same plant of the same crop over and over again and doesn't celebrate biodiversity. All of these things are out of alignment with the true harmony of the world, and if anything is out of alignment with one aspect, it's out of alignment with everything. It sets off the whole system because we're all one. So only when everything is aligned with harmony will we be in Unitopia. So we have to take a look at every single aspect of our internal worlds, every single aspect of our physical worlds, and every single aspect of our social worlds to align it with a truly harmonious way of being. What will it look like to have a Unitopian society? A Unitopian society will have buildings that have generative power that is renewable. A Unitopian society will have community spaces for people to gather, to do their art, to have access to resources, and to feel safe. A Unitopian reality will have vehicles that can move autonomously with very little effort, with renewable energy. We'll have effortless transportation between cities. A Unitopian reality will design cities in alignment with nature, in alignment with the local animals, in alignment with the people who live there, and in alignment with all of the plants that normally grow there. A Unitopian reality will create a biodiverse system where every person who wants to be can garden and be connected to the earth. As we talk about technologies that can be developed, we start to understand that we can be connected to extraterrestrial intelligences that can give us access to infinite possibilities of technology. Some of this technology will include atomizers, devices that are like 3D printers. 3D printers are like our baby atomizers. It's the idea that we can take the atomic structure of things and develop any sort of shape or material that we desire. And when we're done with that shape or material, it can simply be dematerialized. This is in our future, but it's only in our future when we can be trusted in a harmonious fashion to be aligned with everything that we truly are. When we understand that we are all one, that none can thrive while any other suffers, that we have to take care of one another, we have to take care of the earth, we have to take care of the plants and the animals, and that it's not a form of competition that will get us true power. It's a form of collaboration that will bring us true success. So as we look forward to the future, we can understand that there's infinite potential for us to master the physical realm, to create anything we desire, to travel to space, to live in space, to live on Earth, to align the Earth's energy to be harmonious again, so that we have no form of climate change that's negative, so that all the climates on Earth are actually temperate and enjoyable for humanity and for all the animals and plants. When you start to imagine the best possible potential reality for our planet, you start to create it. Because belief makes real, and thoughts are things. As you believe a thought, you create an energetic thought form for that thought to take place. Other people can then understand it, we can work together to collaborate, and we can create the world that we envision. Anything is possible. If you are interested in working with a group of like-minded people, if you believe in these things that I'm saying, if they resonate with you, you can join Unicult. You can join us in our efforts to bring about Unitopian paradise. You can listen to your own heart, and you can start to bring about the change from your own consciousness, and you can start to create that change in your physical reality. You can start to create that change in your social reality, with your friend groups, with your families. Allow yourself to be who you really are, and believe in the highest possible future. Unibless. We'll now do our closing prayer. Spirit of Uni, we thank you for that beautiful transmission from my higher self to this wonderful group of people. We are so grateful for this space here in Rachel, Nevada. We are so grateful for the collective shift of understanding that aliens are real. We are so grateful for this planet. Again, we send our blessings to this land. We send our blessings to the creatures who live here. We send our blessings to the people who reside here. We send our blessings to the people who have organized this iconic moment and this wonderful festival. And we send intense blessings to every person here so that they feel this energy radiating through their bodies and their worlds from now until forevermore. Uni bless.
Bless.